Hi everyone, this is Megan. I'm finally well enough to do a video. Shocking that it took over a week. I'm actually a little disappointed, but I seem to be a slow healer. So if you're still watching, thank you. And I hope that from now on it won't take me over a week to do a follow-up weight loss video. So today I want to talk a little bit about my procedure and my follow-up appointment, and then my stat numbers for weight loss. So I'll just get right into this because this may be a little bit of a long video. So when I first got to the clinic the day of my procedure, they took my before picture, and then I went and got a shot in my butt to help with the acid in my stomach. And then after that I got my IV, and then I went into the room, and then the doctor arrived, tried to calm me down. I mean, I had anxiety just because I didn't know how I was going to feel afterwards. And then they gave me my anesthesia, and then I was out. That was the last thing I remember. So let's see. Right after the procedure, my translator told me that my esophagus was actually pretty narrow, I guess more narrow than most people, which to me kind of explains why I'm always choking on stuff. I'm glad to know it's not me, it's my esophagus. So anyway, they had a little bit of trouble putting the endoscope down, and I guess the balloon too. I'm not sure, but I don't really remember everything. And then I was really slow to move after the procedure. I thought that I was going to throw up in the clinic once I moved over to the little recovery area, but I didn't. Somehow I held it in until the cab dropped us off at our car, and then from the car ride, the 5-minute car ride home, I threw up. That's when I started throwing up. So I don't know if it was from the walking and just being like, walking kind of bounces your stomach. I don't know if that like did something, or if it was just time, because after that I felt okay right after I threw up, and then I just went and I napped once we got home, and I would sleep for a little bit, and then I would wake up and throw up. Then I would go back to sleep, wake up, and it was just a cycle for 2 days plus 1 or 2 times the morning of day 3. So that was my cycle. And I slept a lot. I was also really just uncomfortable the entire time. It didn't matter whether I was sitting, standing, which was very limited, laying down. I could literally only lay on my left side with pillows and everything kind of propped up under me to kind of give me a little bit of an incline. That was the only thing that gave me some relief, but anytime I moved, my stomach would tense up and bam, I would throw up. So that was a rough first at least 2 days. I have all my notes on my phone because I wanted to remember things when I finally got to this video. Let's see. So yeah, couldn't find a position that wasn't uncomfortable, and I had no energy, and I also had a lot of stomach cramps around the ball. It was almost like contractions when you're giving birth, but in my stomach. and it was focused around the ball. So I'm not sure if, you know, when the ball moved, if that caused my stomach to go, oh, what's this? Or what was going on. In fact, I had cramps up until yesterday. So today, they're not as intense. It's starting to go away a little bit, so thank goodness. Let's see. On day 4, I finally got down a little bit of broth, and then for lunch, and then for dinner I had a little glass of apple juice and some mashed potatoes, 2 tablespoons approximately of mashed potatoes. And I thought that I was fine. And I was, I guess. At least it finally tasted good. Up until then, I had been, you know, trying to drink water, apple juice, and then I had taken, I'd eaten 2 crackers, 1 bite of Jell-O, and 1 bite of yogurt, and everything just tasted weird. All the food smelled gross, and it wasn't very fun to sit there and smell my husband cooking for the kids, because, you know, he made pancakes one morning and I just thought I was gonna die. I don't know why. So on August 5th, that was my follow-up. I had my follow-up and my numbers looked pretty good. So my pre-procedure kilogram weight was 95.4, and my follow-up day I was 90.8, which was a 4.6 kilogram loss, which equals 10.14 pounds. Now, from basically here on out, I'm only going to use my scale at home. Even though at the clinic they actually use a body composition machine. So I guess when I get those numbers once a month, I'll share them. But for my weekly video purposes, I'm just going to use the video the scale at home. It'll just be easier because I won't be going to the clinic every week. So according to my scale, I did I weighed in the morning of my procedure and the morning of my follow-up, and I only lost 8 pounds according to that. So I'm not sure where that, I mean, because that's like a couple of pounds difference. So anyway, and then my lean body mass went up from 54.5 to 56.3, which I'm pretty sure is a good thing that your lean body mass goes up. My muscle also went up from 49.1 to 51.2, and my BMI went down from 35 to 33.4, and my body fat percentage also went down from 42.9 to 38. So that was really good. And then I thought I was fine, because by then, the night after I had my first meal of mashed potatoes, I had mashed potatoes again, only I upped it to 3 tablespoons. And yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't recommend that, but I think you're supposed to be eating more than just a couple of tablespoons, but for whatever reason I was hurting. So just eat very small bites, make sure you chew completely, make sure you give your brain also the time that it needs to realize that it's full. So anywho, yeah, so the evening of my follow-up, my husband made pizza for my son. That was my son's request for dinner, and I had a small slice. It was a chicken pizza, and Yeah, huge, huge mistake. The entire next day, which was yesterday, I couldn't eat. I had a hard time thinking. I threw up again. That relieved some of that discomfort and pressure and cramping that was happening nonstop yesterday for just a little bit. And then I had the pressure and cramping the rest of the day, evening, until I woke up this morning. And then today was okay. But yesterday was so rough. Do not jump ahead of yourself when it comes to the food. That's my recommendation. But yeah, that's kind of how this first week has gone. Each day I thought I would do a video, but I could not get off the couch. I laid on the couch all day. And today we had some kids come over to play with our kids, and I had to go lay down and take a nap. So my husband did all the work. So praise my husband. Yay. He's a real trooper. So anyway, so that's pretty much it. I promise to do my next video on time, and it'll be Friday. It'll be Friday the 12th. Is my goal to do the next video and have it posted. So if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. And thank you for watching.